We are live on a Thursday morning. Happy Friday Eve. It is November the 20th, and Grizzly Adams is getting grizzly here as we get deeper into No Shave November. Maybe Bensley Adams, you can call me. But thanks for being on board here. It is Ben at 10, your Monday through Friday weather show for Southern Indiana, Metro Louisville, Kentucky, Ohio Valley, and hey, beyond as well. If you have any weather questions, drop them in the comments and let us know where you're watching from. Let us know if you want to see a map that I haven't popped up here. This is your weather show. And also, we're going to be talking about the rain, the gloomy conditions, or timing out the rain for today. Today looks real light. Tomorrow looks like some steadier rain. I think we'll get a 2-day break, like Saturday afternoon through Monday afternoon. Then some more rain for early next week for our Thanksgiving week. And then some chillier weather towards Thanksgiving. As usual, plenty to talk about here on the show. We'll wait for some folks to get on board. If you're watching right off the bat, thanks for tuning in. You're probably watching that replay. No matter what, again, you can just drop in the comments. If you don't want to comment, thanks for hitting the like or the share. That helps more folks get it out there with the algorithms on the social media. Here's what we're watching here this morning, guys. We've got this big area of rain out to the west. Now, it looks like that heavy rain will stay west of us, and we'll just get some light stuff. We're talking maybe just kind of a trace of rain for today, maybe just enough to make the roads a little bit damp from time to time, some more of that mist and drizzle. We'll set up some of that steadier rain shower activity overnight tonight and into our Friday. So we're going to look at all the maps, the high resolution weather model data, and all that fun stuff. But there you can see, again, that heavy stuff in western Kentucky should stay off to our southwest. We're just kind of on the fringe of it. So we're just seeing a very light green, maybe just a little bit of that yellow as well, indicating, again, just some very light rainfall rates across our area. And again, it is a bit on the gloomy side. Not a bit on the gloomy side. Gray on gray on gray. The ground blending in with the sky. And some of the buildings looking gray as well. So again, stock up on that vitamin D. Well, we are in a cloudier weather pattern, which is pretty typical here for November. And appreciate and soak up that sunshine on Sunday, because we're going to be back to a pretty cloudy pattern for not much of next week as well. I'm going to get to a few comments here popping in. We've got Dennis Gregory, got a foggy morning. Yeah, foggy, misty morning this morning up there in Bedford. Not stopping the walk this morning. Good for you. And we've got Beverly Haggis with a good morning from Borden, Indiana at 46 degrees. Yeah, along with the mist and the drizzle out there, it is on the chilly side as well. We're going to hope for some milder weather with the rain, at least tomorrow. I think we might get up into the 60s. So that's kind of the only good news here for our Friday. And back to, speaking of those temperatures there, Beverly, here's a look at some of those temps across the region. And there's a front that's stalled out to our south where you see those 60s. And then you can see pretty much all of our area right now stuck in the 40s as we get going this morning. At least it's not as cold as up in Montana and up in North Dakota, where you can see those temperatures in the 20s. But eventually we'll likely get some of that colder air moving our direction late next week. So that's a little teaser there for you. If you're new to the program, we're going to get the forecast right off the bat. We do the currents, the forecast. We'll give a shout out to some of the folks, our partners. Then we're going to dig deeper into the forecast through about 10:20. We'll fire up the weather models, take some time on that, and then we'll do a recap of the forecast. Yesterday, it took about an hour to get through it all. We'll just see how long it takes, depending on questions and comments and all that good stuff. So Orlean is saying we've got not raining right now, 47 degrees earlier, 51 degrees now. And a good morning to Sarah Humphreys. Good morning to you. Thanks for watching. Judy Hoyer. It's Friday Junior, Friday Eve. Yes, thanks for tuning in there from Bradford, Indiana. Tina Nelson with a happy Friday Eve as well. Lillian Lasley, good morning to you. Carol Payne from Georgetown, thanks for tuning in. And we've got Laura Day, good morning from Meade County. Thank you for still following. Appreciate you. And Tim Furnish, time to get the grill away for the season. And by the way, Laura, we're going to be covering Kentucky as well as usual. Oh, the grill away for the season. That's a bummer right there. All right, let's bring up to the stage your weather headlines for our 11:20. Light rain drizzle today, so light stuff today. Wet, soggy Friday, about a half inch of rain, I'd say, generally, give or take. No severe weather expected. A mostly dry weekend. Well, we may have a lingering sprinkle, light rain early Saturday, and then dry Saturday afternoon, sunny Sunday. And then Monday, most of Monday should be dry. The GFS trying to bring in rain sooner, the Euro and the Canadian a little bit later. We'll talk more about that coming up. That'll be the next system, especially next Tuesday. And then that's talking about that more rain next week. And then some chillier weather as we head late week towards Thanksgiving. So that forecast for today, for your Thursday, November the 20th, the light rain developing over the area, 54 degrees. And again, this is not going to add up to much rain, just kind of a trace, maybe a tenth of an inch, and just a light breeze from the southeast, and our sunset at 5:27 p.m. All right, so bring it back to the stage here. I'll bring up the live radar. There's not going to be much on it here, but just a quick little look at the live scans on the radar here this morning. And that precipitation steadier out in Evansville, trying to work our way. So seeing just some sprinkles there around Du Bois County out to the west. But as we head towards midday, we'll have a little better chance of some of this light rainfall expanding our direction. As we saw on the rad sat, it is much heavier out to our west with this system. Now that rain spreads pretty far off to the southwest and eventually is going to be right on top of us for tomorrow. And again, we'll see that with the models here in just a moment. I want to get to our website. I want to show you some resources here and some of the current conditions as well. There's me on top of me right there. So we got the live stream fed in from YouTube. Thanks for liking our YouTube too, by the way. We've got your current conditions, lots of different variables here that you can check out, by the way. Daily forecast takes you all the way through Thanksgiving. And our hourly forecast, since it is 1 week from Thanksgiving, we'll have some Thanksgiving-related jokes, I believe, here coming up. There's my brand new 7-day forecast that I posted here this morning, and also the weather story, which has a bunch of weather maps on it. So if you go to EXTOL, you can see it right there, MAG, extolmag.com. And you'll see the weather tab, and you click on that, and then it's going to bring up the big old weather story here. And there you can see all the different weather maps that I've posted there if you want to take a little bit longer look at the weather situation across the area. And then you've got your other regional and national forecast maps that give you some more information, weather and traffic. And this is a fun new interactive map that has dozens of weather layers on it, and with Futurecast, that rain, thunder, if you click on it, it will show you the progression of the rain throughout the day, and it actually looks ahead. There you can see that that's the future rain right there with that product right there. And then we've got this interactive radar map as well, which has the temperature showing the 40s. So this is a lot of resources right here at your fingertips. Another live look outside here with the Falls of the Ohio Foundation.org camera. I mean, gray looking water, gray sky, not many leaves left on the trees. Just, you know, that's what we got going for us here. We've got Marcus Barnes in the house this morning. Thanks for tuning in. And Shirley Frazier, good morning. Have a great rest of your day as well. And we'll just, eventually we'll just think about a sunny Sunday in the back of our mind if you're getting tired of this gloomy weather. Marcus, I don't think we'll have severe weather Monday night or Tuesday at this point, but we'll keep an eye on it. All right, that is a camera where you can find at fallsoftheohio.org. Hey, with this rain, I actually found a leak in the chimney in my cabin yesterday. Not fun. So I might have to be on a wet ladder on a metal roof later today. So wish me luck with that to try to seal that up. With that said, if you find any leaks in your roof, around your chimney, around the flashing, around the windows, or anything like that, any issues with gutters, let them know here at Lyons Roofing, Lyons. And on either side of the river, Kentucky, Indiana, they got you covered throughout Louisville Metro. You can see a free estimate here online that you can fill out. You can learn a lot more about their services, commercial, residential, financial help. You can reach out to them, 812-294-3595. They've personally helped my family, and we had to work hand in hand with our insurance company. That is AmFam, American Family Insurance, and this guy right here helped my mom repair her roof when it got messed up earlier this year. So that's Michael Long. You can go to his page, amfam.com, and just search Michael Long. A lot of different ways that he's recently reduced my bill by adding life insurance. So he's always looking for ways to help you save. He's one of us. We all want to save some money, right? So if you want to quote, find some ways to save money, there you go. Give him a call, 812-578-3072, or you can go to his page right here. And if you want to level up your career, change careers, get a career, have different opportunities, or just learn something new, a new skill, a new vocation, go to Ivy Tech Community College, ivytech.edu, and then you're going to go to locations. Go to Sellersburg. That's right at Highway 311, I-65. I'll be around that area today. You belong here, as they say, and they're going to get you tuned in really quickly to how to pay for it, what you might be looking for, and guide you with career coaching, and then how to register. And they've got classes throughout the year, different sessions, and 42 programs and counting here at Ivy Tech. Also, Libs Paving, they're trying to do as much work in between the rain as they possibly can, the top asphalt paving contractor around. Just want to mention them because they may have an opportunity for you, a friend, family member, somebody you know, an acquaintance. If they're looking for an opportunity, we're always here to shout out those opportunities across the area. That's Libs Paving, L-I-B-B as in Ben, spaving.com, and then just click on the careers section right there, and you'll learn a whole lot more about what they have to offer as well. All righty, guys, we're moving right along here this morning. Again, we're about to dig into that forecast. And one last shout out, hey, to myself. If you ever want to partner up, we're right here for you. Southern Indiana, throughout Kentucky as well. Advertising Marketing Solutions, you can contact me, Ben, at extolmag.com, Ben at extolmag.com. Or if you just have a weather question you want to connect, there you go. Easy to do that. Also, our friends at NWSB, they're collecting for REACH, food program for kids, through December 15th. Any branch, you can drop off canned food, non-perishable items, snacks, and dry cereals. Let's dig into the forecast here, guys. As I mentioned here with our weather headlines, a little bit of light rain and drizzle out there today. A kind of a nuisance where you're just using the wipers every once in a while. And then some steadier rain tomorrow, might add up to around a half inch of rainfall. Mostly dry this weekend after maybe a sprinkle left over early Saturday. And then we're looking at some more rain moving in late Monday, Tuesday next week before a chill on the way for our Thanksgiving Day. So 54 degrees today, might be a little milder as you go south, a little cooler north. And it makes it feel chillier with the high moisture, humidity content, and just a light southeast breeze for today. All right, here's your stupid weather jokes, Thanksgiving related. What do you call a turkey that tells jokes? A comedian. Why did the pie go to the dentist? It needed a filling, which reminds me, I need to make a dentist appointment. I missed the last one and I apologize. All right, why don't turkeys trust each other? Too much foul play. What do you call a group of musical sweet potatoes? A yam session. All right, here we go. How many days until Thanksgiving? It's just 7 days away. Earliest sunsets in 12 days. That's 5:22 p.m. Christmas, 35 days. Crazy. It's coming up. Springtime, 121 days away. There's a ton of weather history for today. 1900, major tornado outbreak. Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, 2 EF4s killed 15 people. Another EF4 headed to the center of Columbia, Tennessee. And we see this time of the year, it's a mix of snow history and also tornado history. This is kind of the secondary severe weather season this time of the year. 1914, Louisville sets a record low of 10. And in 1979, a blizzard struck Cheyenne, Wyoming, producing almost 20 inches of snow in 24 hours. A record total of 25.6 inches in 40 hours. Strong winds. creating huge drifts, stopping all transportation. 1985, Hurricane Kate, a late season hurricane, intensified to Category 3, moved to the west of Key West, Florida, 115 mile per hour winds. And then it made landfall in Panama City in Apalachicola, Florida. 2014, 4 days of lake effect snow, southern and eastern suburbs of Buffalo, resulted in about 5 feet of accumulation with 13 fatalities, hundreds of structural failures. A lot of crazy stuff there. And 2015, 10 years ago, Chicago's largest November snowfall in 120 years. That was like the polar vortex year. The season's first snowfall dropped 17 inches across Chicago's northern suburbs and nearly a foot at O'Hare International Airport. All right, we just talked about today's forecast tonight. 51 scattered showers, a light breeze, and Beverly loving the weather jokes or the Thanksgiving jokes. And Orlean saying, when do you think we'll have some sun? And be careful on that metal roof. Orlean, I think Sunday is your sunny day. And Lillian, you're welcome. Thanks for the encouragement with the jokes. So tomorrow is wet. Scattered showers throughout the day. We're going to see this with the weather models here in just a second. Normal high is 55, so we're actually going to see some milder temperatures tomorrow with the south breeze at least. And our sun sets now at around 5:27. Here's the big old 7-day forecast. Again, a little chance of rain into early Saturday. We'll give it a 100% chance of rain tomorrow. And then Saturday afternoon's dry. We're going to try to sneak in some peaks of sunshine, maybe late afternoon Saturday, and then some sunshine for Sunday at a high of around 60 there. We stay hovering near 60 Monday and Tuesday. Now, the GFS weather model, as I mentioned, is a little more eager with that rain, possibly a little light rain Monday afternoon, but the Canadian and the European weather model hold that rain off until late Monday night, and more so on Tuesday. Trying to get some golf in Wednesday, so I'm going to try my best to will Wednesday dry, but there might be a lingering shower Wednesday morning. Some chillier weather, 40s for Thanksgiving Day. Maybe a little breezy too, and then it gets kind of colder and colder, it looks like, through our Thanksgiving weekend, which we'll, again, take a look at here with our longer range weather models in just a second. We need Big Happy on these cloudy days. Day after day of cloudy days. Remembering to take that vitamin D as well. All right, live look outside. There's the gloom as it continues across the area. The roads are mostly dry, just a little bit damp here and there. And we'll continue to take a peek at the radar and satellite as we're gradually seeing this rain drift our direction, as you can see right here. So a big blob of rain around Cape Girardeau, Missouri, and into western Kentucky. But it looks like that blob will stay to our southwest, and we're just going to spread in some light stuff for today, just starting to see some of this light green sprinkly activity starting to spread toward Louisville and parts of southern Indiana. Down Interstate 64 westbound is where we're starting to see this light rain, a little steadier out towards the west around Evansville as well. So I would just call it kind of a nuisance rain today and then steadier rain for tomorrow. With that said, let's go ahead and fire up the weather models here, which we typically do right around 10:20. Right now it's about 10:18. I'm kind of a creature of habit. I came out of the news business after like 20-something years in the news business, and you always had to be on time. So I try to keep things on time for you. All right, so let's bring up the HRRR, High Resolution Rapid Refresh Weather Model. So this is at 11 o'clock, and I would say it's doing a pretty good job. I mean, it's showing that blob out to our west of heavier rain and then some lighter stuff starting to move our direction. This is at 11 a.m., so this is about 40 minutes ahead. So that rain kind of bumping up to I-65, light rain. Going here to noon today, and just kind of going hour by hour into this afternoon. So again, it looks like the heavier rain rates are going to be stuck out west in western Kentucky, southwestern Indiana, and then we get mostly light bits and pieces heading our direction for this afternoon. This here is paused for you at 2 p.m. today. So not a total washout. I mean, it's even without this rain, there's still a little mist under the clouds, kind of foggy, and it's going to be that way anyway. It's just going to be kind of a damp day out there. whether it's a steady rain or not. All right, so that is a snapshot there at 2 p.m. today. I'm going to go to around 5, 6 o'clock, and you can see Kentucky a bit wetter overall than southern Indiana for later this afternoon and early evening time. I'm going to put this into the 48-hour version of the HRRR. I'm going to go to later on this evening. There you can see, again, this is at 9 p.m. today. Southern Indiana, a little drier than Kentucky is the trend for today. Now, I'm going to stop this at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So we're getting up and at it for our Friday, November the 21st. And there is another wave of wet weather. Look how far that stretches out to the west. That is a big, elongated area of rainfall. And it is going to be moving our direction. So that's at 7 a.m. We'll progress here to around 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Again, heavier out west for the time being. And then we go to noon tomorrow, starting to see that scattered rain across the region, moving east. No severe weather expected with this, but there you can see the scattered showers that we're going to have around the area from time to time. Now, the difference tomorrow, this is at 3 p.m. tomorrow. We're going to get a south breeze kicking in for our Friday as this front lifts to the north a bit. While it will be wet, at least it should be milder. A lot of the areas should be able to make it into the 60s for our Friday. So at least it might feel a little bit more comfortable out there. All right, so then I'm going to go to around 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow evening for your Friday night. Got any Friday night plans? I would keep that rain gear handy. This right here is at 8 p.m. tomorrow. A lot of rain around the Ohio Valley, around the Commonwealth, around the Hoosier State, and surrounding the area. Now, this is going to add up to, I'd say, give or take about a half inch of rainfall in general across the area. Pushing ahead here to midnights going into early Saturday morning. This just slug of moisture lingering. This is 7 o'clock Saturday morning. We're starting to get on the tail end of this system finally. And we're trying to get it out of here. So now this is at around 10 o'clock Saturday morning. So hopefully by mid-morning Saturday when we're waking up, we're getting going, things are improving across the area. And then Saturday afternoon looks dry. Things are a whole lot better across the area. You can see that drier air moving into the region, which is certainly good news for us. I've never played around with this, but this is the cloud cover forecast. So you can see a lot of the clouds around early Saturday. And maybe Saturday afternoon we'll sneak in a little sunshine there. So this is the cloud forecast. We'll see if we can take this a little bit farther into our Sunday. So Sunday looks like we'll have a good deal of happy sunshine finally across the region. So there you go. That's the cloud forecast. Let's take advantage. Let's appreciate that sunshine because we're going to have a lot of clouds moving back in as we head into our Monday. Clear that guy out there. Let's switch into the GFS weather model as we look down the road here. So this is showing us our Sunday, the 23rd, sunshine across the area. Now, as we go into our Monday morning, ooh, that's not what we want. All the clouds returning to the area. So now we're going to draw a sad face as the clouds return. This is the sad time of the year, the seasonal affective disorder time of year. Clouds are no fun. And this just shows, this goes into our Tuesday, the 25th. Probably a lot of clouds still around the area. This is the 26th, a lot of clouds across the area. And then, hey, maybe as we head towards the 27th, it still shows a lot of clouds across the area. All right, let's get into, I'm going to fire up the rainfall again, and we're going to look to next week. And the timing is not perfect with this. I'm going to go here to the 24th. That's our Monday. And this is Monday afternoon with the GFS weather model. I am not agreeing 100% with this. The Euro has us moving in a lot later, more like Tuesday. So we've got some time discrepancies here for this Monday, Tuesday next rain system. We're going to be fine-tuning that with some better data. And it might be, when we finally get this system number 1 out of here early Saturday, that the models start to pick up better on the timing of early next week's system. Either way, there you can see that rain that lingers into our Tuesday. This is now going into the 25th. Trying not to go too fast here for you, but this is the 25th at 7 a.m. And then I'm trying to get the rain out of here. This is the 26th on Wednesday. Big travel day, of course, right before the holiday. Still a chance for a little lingering shower early Wednesday. I'm trying to get some golf in for my final championship match with my son. I don't like that solution. The Euro clears it out quicker than that. Anyway, you can see we've still got work to do with the timing early next week. But anywhere from late Monday to early Wednesday timeframe looks like some more rain on the way next week. All the models pretty much dry us out, though, for Thanksgiving Day. This is Thanksgiving. It's pretty quiet. Looks like there's a few sprinkles out west. Not a whole lot going on other than perhaps a temperature drop for our area. I'm just going to fire up the 500 millibar winds. This is the jet stream. And basically what it shows is a broad trough. So this is going into Friday, Black Friday, and into the weekend next week. And so what I'm seeing here, and hopefully you're seeing it too, there is a northwest flow component in the atmosphere here. And what that'll do is open up the door to some chillier air. So with that said, let's go ahead and bring up the chillier air. And now it's not as cold as what's happening way up to the north. I mean, it's crazy cold up here in northern Canada and Alaska. You got negative teens. That's fun stuff. All right, so we're not going to get that cold, obviously. But with that said, there's some chillier weather on the way. So this here is, let me go ahead. This is Friday, but let me go ahead and back up to Thanksgiving Day. This is 1 p.m. Thanksgiving Day. It's showing some 40s, chillier weather for Thanksgiving afternoon. So jackets and coats kind of weather. This is 7 a.m. Black Friday shopping. It looks like low temperatures around freezing, which is not too far from normal, really, for this time of the year. And then this is Friday afternoon next week. Chilly, okay? Chilly, but fairly quiet. And then I'm going into Saturday morning, the 29th. And hey, since we're going out on a limb, we're going to the long range. Here you go. Cheers. All right. Back to the temperatures here. Saturday morning, showing some 20s. Getting freezing here for Saturday morning. And I guess that would be the last weekend for hunters out there, at least the gun season in Indiana. And sometimes, cold weather's favored for that. And then Saturday morning, or no, this is Saturday afternoon. It shows 30s. This is not this Saturday, by the way. If you're just popping on, this is Saturday the 29th after Thanksgiving. But you can see the chilly weather here on the way. Going into Sunday morning, November the 30th, the chill lingers across the area. Nothing to kick it out of here. 20s there. And I will say that the European weather model and the GFS, the main long-range weather models, are agreeing on this chilly stuff around our region. We'll expand our view out. So there you can see that the jet stream is getting far enough south that we are chilly, and then the mild air is along the Gulf Coast. And as we go forward in time here, this is going into, I think this is Monday, the 1st of December. Still on the cool side. Going into December the 2nd. So this would show a stationary front, kind of a battle between fall-like air and winter here and fall-like air here. And if we sit on that baroclinic or temperature gradient zone, we can get a more active weather pattern as well. So we'll see about that. And then as we go to December 3rd, I'm just looking for any kind of, that actually shows a little bit of a brief warm-up. May still have some ups and downs with our temperature pattern. That would be a warm-up ahead of a cold front there, December 4th, if that actually happens. Now I'm going into December 5th, the cold air trying to win once again. And right over into Canada, really cold air exists. And this is as far out as the GFS weather model wants to go, but we will see if that ever gets unlocked, because that would be winter in full force right here. And what I'm talking about, this is Arctic air. If the jet stream starts to orient like that, we're going to get a touch of it. When exactly? We don't know 100%. I'm going to check out the jet stream here at 384 hours out. It's a busy jet stream, so this might be, we might stay a little bit busy with our weather pattern. These are the winds at around 18,000 feet, and the red is called jet streaks. That's where you get some stronger winds. And oftentimes a more active weather pattern when you've got a busy jet stream right over the top of you. Okay, so that's it. We've looked through Thanksgiving week, and that has been on a limb. All right, let's bring on the radar and satellite again, because we're tracking this rain. It's getting closer to the region. I think the heavy stuff will stay to our southwest. Kind of a nuisance light rain trying to spread our direction as we speak. The RadSat showing a little bit of this light rain starting to move into South Louisville. Little spritz here and there over parts of southern Indiana as well. But you can see the general motion of that just kind of expanding gradually to the east. So it looks like we'll have enough to dampen the road and use those windshield wipers from time to time this afternoon, but not adding up to very much. Very light rainfall amounts in that forecast for today. And then that rain spreads all the way off towards the southwest as well. All right, so we're going to fire back up that forecast here for those that have been popping on a little bit later. Thanks for tuning into the show this morning. Thanks for liking or subscribing. Even just hitting the like button helps spread through the algorithm, the mysterious algorithm of the social medias. Here is a look outside of our Extol Media Studios here at the corner of Benson's and Market, where it is just super gloomy, gray, drizzly, dreary. I don't have any more adjectives. I'm trying. Froggy, foggy, misty. All that fun stuff. All right, let's bring it back up the forecast here for you. And the weather headlines for your 11:20. Light rain drizzle today, wet Friday, steadier rain tomorrow, mostly dry weekend. Not enough rain to flood, no severe weather, but maybe around a half inch total Friday. Saturday morning might see a lingering sprinkle, but dry Saturday afternoon. Trying to sneak in a little sun by Saturday afternoon, and then it looks like we'll have a sunny Sunday. Lillian, I am going to be as careful as I possibly can. We're talking about getting on a metal roof that'll probably be wet this afternoon. So I won't go beyond what I feel comfortable doing today when I'm trying to seal up a chimney. We'll see about that. And then mostly dry this weekend, more rain early next week. The forecast today, light rains developing, I'll say, expanding to the east, 54 degrees the high temperature, and just a light southeast breeze. We had some Thanksgiving-related jokes here, if you missed them. What do you call a turkey that tells jokes? A comedian. Why did the pie go to the dentist? It needed a filling. Why do turkeys trust each other? Why don't turkeys trust each other? Too much foul play. And what do you call a group of musical sweet potatoes? a yam session. They're all free. All right. How many days until Thanksgiving? 7 days. Earliest sunsets of the year in 12 days at 5:22 p.m. Christmas in 35 days. Springtime, 121 days. A lot of weather history today. I'm going to slap this, as you know, on Facebook at noon. You can take a longer look at it, or you can watch the replay where we talked longer about that. Just talked about the forecast today. Here's tonight's forecast. Some scattered showers possible. Nothing too heavy. A low of 51, not as chilly. Sun up at 7:30. You have the rain gear handy for your Friday. There's the rain showers around. We're looking at a high of 64 degrees tomorrow, which is about 5 to 10 above normal for this time of the year. A little milder thanks to that south wind, giving us some milder conditions. But when the humidity is high, it often feels cooler. I'm going to keep that little rain chance into early Saturday morning, but we should be trending drier through the morning time. We're going to maybe sneak in a little sun Saturday afternoon. And then it looks sunny on Sunday. Good-looking weekend here for us, upper 50s, low 60s. And then if you believe the GFS, which I don't believe as much, it brings in rain Monday afternoon. Now, the Euro and the Canadian bring in the rain maybe Monday night, Tuesday, so later. So I'm hoping that we'll keep some dry time on Monday. I've got what we call a CYA 30% chance on Monday. Cover your butt. Chance of precipitation. We're going to be fine-tuning that forecast early next week, but it looks like Tuesday, good chance of rain there, and I'm hoping we can clear out for Wednesday. I'd like to try to get one of the few rounds of golf that might happen for the rest of the year, selfishly, next Wednesday. Hey, Thanksgiving looks pretty quiet and chillier. Looks like highs in the 40s there for next Thursday. So that is it here at 10:36 on a Thursday, November the 20th. And we've got Marcus Barnes saying, we're overdue for a big snow in December 2004, the last one. It could happen. Now, with that said, Marcus, if you follow, and even if you don't follow social media accounts, it just seems like there's professional meteorologists out there that are on TV. There's social meteorologists, kind of like myself now, that will slap on the snowy map at just an odd run from a weather model that's 120 hours out and shows a big snow, and then the next run it doesn't show anything. So be careful when you're looking at those long-range forecasts that show a big snow around the region. A lot of times that's not going to happen. For instance, the GFS yesterday showed a good chance of snow over the area late next week. Now it shows zip. The Euro never had that snow. But what did meteorologists do online? They slapped that out there. They got 1,000 shares. They got a bunch of likes. They're free. It's a free country. They can do whatever they want. But I know that probably is not going to happen. So I'm not going to throw stuff out there that is not likely to happen. It stirs people up and gets them excited. But so that's the nature of where we're at in the wild, wild west of social media weather, and we'll just have to live with it. Anyway, that's my rant for today, I guess. And as we're talking about other things here, as we're kind of wrapping things up on a Thursday, a happy Friday Eve, I just want to remind you that you can always reach out to me, Ben at extolmag.com. If you want to be part of our advertising and marketing solutions, if your business or organization you want to see your logos on our content, well over 1 million views on just my page over the last 28 days. And that reaches a lot broader on all the different platforms and also on Extol Media. So if you want to learn more about that, you can reach out to me right there. And hey, if you want to help out this time of the year for those struggling out there, there's a food drive at NWSB, any bank location. You don't have to be a member. Just head inside there and you'll see where you can donate canned items, non-perishable items, snacks, and dry cereals. So any NWSB location. And with that said, I also want to remind you that speaking of my leaky roof up in the cabin. So this is our camping cabin back in the woods. So I'm not going to have Lions Roofing come out there for that, but they have fixed my mom's roof. If you're seeing any leaks, you might want to get it checked out right away. You don't want to get mold or any issues, or if you have any gutter issues, getting too many leaves in the gutters, they've got you covered there. protecting your most valuable asset for a lifetime, both sides of the river throughout Louisville Metro. Hey, give them a shout, 812-294-3595. And you can go to Lions Roofing Co, lionsroofingco.com. I've had to work hand in hand with those issues with insurance before, and it's been an easy process thanks to my buddy here, Michael Long. He's my insurance agent. He could be yours as well. They've got a lot of different products and ways to save, and he can let you know more. Tell him I sent you here, 812-578-3072. You can go to amfam.com and search Michael Long. If you want to level up your career anytime, hey, don't hesitate. Don't be nervous about it. They're going to help you out. And one way to do that here at Ivy Tech Community College Sellersburg, you can go to ivytech.edu. You can schedule a visit here at Tuesdays at the Tech and get that one-on-one information. So that's going to help you out. Consultations with career coaching, veterans benefits, financial aid. If you're ready, how to register and get set up. So you can be in high school getting that dual credit. You could be a middle-aged person like myself and want a career change. We all get it. Things change, and this is a way that they can help. And also, libspaving.com, L-I-B-B as in Ben, S, paving.com. Top asphalt paving contractor around. It gets frustrating when they got rain to deal with, but they are working hard for you to get the jobs done. If you need a job, they might have an opportunity for you. You can go to their career section and apply online right there. Of course, they might be looking at their workforce for next year or filling in some holes. Again, they might have some opportunities for you. Final look outside with the Falls of the Ohio Foundation.org camera, fallsoftheohio.org, and gray on gray on gray. As I said, stock up on that vitamin D. Here's the interactive radar at extolmag.com. I do want to mention, too, that we have powered up this page more and more. We're adding things to it. We've got dozens of layers that you can play around with. There you can see that rain right there. If you want, you can plop on the wind gusts. You can plop on temperatures. We're in the 40s right now. You can click on the rain thunder. You can hit play, and this is going to give you a futurecast view. And you can see as we that time is going forward here at the bottom, and that shows you the light rain spreading our direction, and then more rain for tomorrow as well. But there are dozens of layers here that you can mess around with. If you're interested in weather, you can learn a lot too by just clicking on the layers. You're not going to hurt anything. Just play around and mess around with all that stuff here at extolmag.com/weather. We've got the live stream up. Thanks for liking or subscribing, whether you're watching here on my page, Meteorologist Ben Peine, Extol Weather on Facebook, Extol Media on YouTube, and extolmag.com/weather, where we're at right now. Current conditions, you can see 48 degrees. You've got moon phases, moonrise, moonset, sunrise, sunset, the precipitation, wind gusts, air pressure, all the different weather variables, and then your forecast all the way through Thanksgiving, day by day, and your hourly forecast as well. The 7-day forecast that I posted this morning, brand new right there. The weather story that goes into more weather details. I could go on and on and on about the resources right there. So check it out. And hey, if you have anything that you want us to add on that page right there, your Southern Indiana, Kentucky weather resource, let me know. We can dig up the weather maps. We can put them on there as well. So if you're into agriculture, if you're into space, weather, whatever it might be, let me know. We're trying to build our website for you, and this show is for you as well. As we saw, Marcus here asked a question about the winter forecast, and that's where we went on this show yesterday. So definitely help guide the show wherever you want it to go. And if you don't want to pop in the comments, just hit the like, and that helps things spread on the internets. My days, Lillian Lasley is going to E-Town. Be careful out there on some of the damp roadways. And Marcus, we were talking about the weather models and not getting hung up on one single run that far out. Responsible forecasting is what we're talking about. And Marcus said, thank you for taking my comments and questions. No problem. Happy to talk about it. That's what we're here for. All right. It is 10:44. We're going to wrap it up here. We'll see you for tomorrow. We'll talk about our wet Friday. We'll time out that rain. We'll hopefully fine-tune the forecast for next week's storm system early next week. And we'll get into the finer details of Thanksgiving and Black Friday and Thanksgiving weekend. on tomorrow's show. So join us then, 10 a.m. It's been at 10, Monday through Friday. You guys have a good one. Thanks for being here.